Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. My name is Anu, and I'm your psychic tarot reader. Just cleansing your space for yourself with Palo Santo, raising the vibration. Today, I'll be doing a 2021 overview. Again, it's a general reading. We're doing for water signs. Each sign will be time stamped. What we're going to do is look into the lessons learned from 2020, what we're leaving behind, what 2021 looks like, and what spirit advice, and then draw a card from the what a door of opportunity that's called opening up for you, and then looking into two archetypes of personalities that spirit wants you to tap in to this year to make it a fulfilling and abundance year. So abundant year. Happy New Year before I get started. So whenever you see this, if you're seeing this before, Happy New Year in advance. And in 2021, wish you a very, very happy new year. We are finally out of 2020, which is a great place to be. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back and sharing your beautiful energy with us. If you're new, please do subscribe, like, share, and comment as you see fit. So with that, let's zoom in on the cards and let's get started. And I'm going to use different tarot decks for each of the signs so we don't get duplicate cards out. It just, saves us the time. So here we go. Let's get started with Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising, Pisces. Wherever Pisces is in your chart, this reading is for you. I encourage you to kind of come back and look at it throughout the year just in order to see see what lessons we want to remind ourselves, or what personality archetypes we need to tap into whenever you are at a stage of making any decisions. Okay, so the first card out for past energies is the Devil card, Major Arcana with the Four of Swords. Let's get one more. And just so you know, for these readings, because there's such a bigger time span, I'm only doing jumper cards. So taking the cards out takes a little bit of time. So please be patient, or feel free to jump ahead when all the cards have been laid out for the tarot, because then I just draw them in from there. So let's see, 2021, we got two cards. Whew, the Hierophant and the Three of Wands. I'm going to take them together. Very nice, powerful start. See, two more for 2021 spirit. I hope you've been well, Pisces. I hope you had a little bit of break over the holidays, or just relaxed, spend time however you enjoy it. You rejuvenated a little bit, I hope. Then you have the Tower. Very good, very good. So let's see, advice from spirit. 3 cards for advice. We have them. We have the Seven of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, and the Knight of Swords. Okay, great. So let's see. In 2020, you have come through a time or realization where you may have felt stuck with the Eight of Swords here. Really have felt in situations you didn't have full control of your environment, of things that were going on. Again, a lot of us felt that way in 2020. You may have felt absolute lack of control over your life, which is why we have the Devil card here, which is a major arcana, means this was a major transformative energy for you, where you may have come to a realization that actually you are the only one who can call the shots in your life. Or you may have just felt that you were really bound. These 2 cards really talk about feeling stuck, feeling bound in your circumstances, whatever this may be, a relationship, career that you weren't able to progress, or a relationship that you weren't able to take to the next level. Things just may have felt completely out of your control, and that was the overall energy for 2020. This may have made you kind of, left you a little bit exhausted, a little bit depleted. So the lessons, we're leaving those things behind. Hopefully you have learned, or Spirit's really advising you to really, really internalize and believe it with the 100%, that you drive your life. You have the strong willpower. You have the authority to take your life in a direction that you want to, and manifest things that you want, and no one else. That's a major lesson from 2020. And this is also a reminder to do take time for yourself, and self-care is very important, because when you're rested, when you're centered and aligned, that's when your creative energy flows, and that's where you're able to manifest. So self-care is really important. That's what we have from 2020. Now looking into 2021, there's definitely a new beginning, probably in two aspects of your life, or both, two or three. At least two is what I'm seeing. And I'm an intuitive reader. If you're a first time viewer, you have the Tower, which is building stronger foundations. So in 2021, you're going to build or rebuild or reestablish a foundation in your life. This could be relationships, this could be career, this could be, anything that you do, but building on your own terms. Again, feeling empowered from the devil energy coming into your power in 2021, really designing your life to your terms. That's what the Tower card says here. And then you also have the Hierophant bookending the Six of Wands, which is success. So, I don't know how I said it. Success, victory, recognition. So the Hierophant really talks about institutions, talks about, can be religion as well. I don't read it as religion. This is a depiction of rules, structures, about responsibilities, or certain formats that may have been fit on you, around you, certain expectations from the institutions. And by institutions could be family, could be the relationship, could be career, could be school, college. Like if you're studying, could be your school of study that you go to, the rules in place by them. Or it could even be, again, for a lot of people, job oriented. That in your job there were certain expectations, there was hierarchy, there was bureaucracy, and that was what was in the behind. You are changing that this year. I see major changes, because you have the Three of Wands and the Six of Wands. Now, Three of Wands really talks about, look at this, taking action. Okay, this is the two of Wands is where you decide which action to take, and three is where you've taken the action and now you're ready to receive. Okay, you have let something go. You see how this person has let the hawk or the falcon fly away in order to free up the hand that was holding the hawk. So you've let something go, or you're going to drop things that don't make sense to you anymore, that don't appeal to you, that don't resonate with your values. You're going to let that go, and with that you're going to come into these new foundations, these new structures, these new ideologies or way of life. That's going to bring you true recognition. Big year. Big year, Pisces. Love it. So what's the advice from Spirit? The advice from Spirit is, stick it through. You have the Knight of Wands. Again, it may be a card of exhaustion. You may have felt exhausted by not having control over the elements in the past, but this is not the time to give up. This is the year to persevere and move forward, and really trust that the efforts are going to pay off. The Seven of Pentacles is usually the point where we start looking back and kind of reflecting and seeing, is this really worth it? Am I putting my efforts in the right thing? If this is something that aligns with you, then yes, the answer is yes, 100%. Be patient. Spirit is asking you to be patient. However, if this is something that is just was in place because of certain expectations or rules or regulations or structures around you, then it's a point where it's no longer worth investing, and it's time for you to build something to your value system, to your integrity, right? Regardless, you have a lot of passion, a lot of desire, a lot of speed, a lot of gutso this year. So utilize that and use that to build these things. You have a lot of wands for a water sign. You have a lot of fire in your reading this year. So this is going to be a jam-packed year. All those stresses, all these swords are in the past. Your future is just full with creativity. And fire. Just make sure you build based on your foundations and your thought process, and not anybody else's, not the external. So what door is opening up for you? This came out for another sign before, so I'll show you the card first. You see, it's like a monk walking through an ancient temple right here, and it says, if I can hold it, Divine Guardian. Okay, so do not be nervous today or tonight. the path you're on will lead you just right. This is so beautiful with the Three of Wands as well. The path you're on will lead you just right. You have recognition. You're going to get it. You're going to get there, the Knight of Wands. So let me read this to you again. Divine Guardian says, do not be nervous today or tonight. The path you're on will lead you just right. So 2021 is going to be a year of where you find your path. You find your divine path where you realize what you're supposed to build in life and not be reliant on external energies or people around you. So let's get you, that's really powerful, Pisces. Let's get you two personality archetype cards. That's advice from Spirit on what energies you need to tap into, or what personality traits within yourself you need to tap into in order to make this a fulfilling year. So first is Child Divine, and I'll read these to you. All of these have a light attribute and a shadow attribute. Obviously, light attribute is what we want to follow, and shadow is what we want to avoid. So these just help overall. Is that one? Okay. Okay. So this is Beggar. Okay. All right. Again, and don't don't worry about the titles. The words sometimes can be a little triggering, but let's get through this. So the first one is Child Divine. The light attribute being innocence, purity, and redemption. So just a special connection with the divine. So you have two cards here, and of course you have the Hierophant, and you have the Devil in the past. There is for some of you, I feel. You'll be more interested in the esoteric, in the occult, in astrology, in tarot, in energy modalities, in meditation, types of meditation, learning, following like learnings from Dr. Joe Dispenza or Eckhart Tolle or Abraham Hicks. Those type of things may start opening up to you, or you may be drawn to those. So be open and innocent, and kind of be open to ideas or ways of connecting to a higher power if you believe in that. The shadow attribute is an inability to defend oneself against negative forces. So how telling is that? This is literally the shadow attribute is what I see in 2020, where there was an inability to defend yourself against negative forces. Again, there was an emphasis on external energies or people driving our life. So this year, again, Spirit is calling you to say, again, be more connected and understand your true worth, but also be open to learning new things and bringing a sense of purity and in a sense to new ideas. And the second one we have here is the Beggar, where the light attributes are confronts empowerment at the level of physical survival, awakens the spiritual authority of humility, compassion, and self-esteem. There is a very strong theme of self-empowerment in 2020 for you, and this is what they're saying. So again, the light attribute of Beggars is, again, awakening to spiritual authority and of humility, compassion, and self-esteeming. Having that self-esteem, believe in yourself, build the world the way you want to. And the shadow attribute, of course, what we don't want to do is dependence on others to the exclusion of effort. So we don't put any effort, we just depend on others to provide for us. Spirit is saying this is not the time to sit back and receive that from others. So there you have it. I highly recommend throughout the year, for at least for these two aspects. If nothing, you can skip to the end of this reading when you see it in the future. Go back to these personality archetypes, because this is what's going to help you center again and again, and be able to achieve these beautiful things that are lined up for you in 2021. So I wish you the absolute best. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and tell me what you think about the reading. If you want to share what areas this resonates with you, always please do that. I love reading comments, and it just means a lot when people share their experiences in the comment section. So with that, I wish you the very best. Have a very happy new year, and I will see you next time around. All right, so now we're going to get into Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising Cancer. I hope you've been well. If you skipped forward to your timestamp, I wish you a very happy new year. We are out of 2020. Yeah, that's behind us. And I'm seeing the Judgment and the Ace of Wands showing up here. All right, so let's get started. We're going to zoom in on the cards. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Cancer, or anywhere you have Cancer in your card. I keep seeing the Lovers card there popping up. We're going to do 3 cards for 2020, lessons learned, what we're leaving behind, 3 cards for 2021, and then 3 cards for spirit advice. I am only taking jumper cards because this is a much larger time frame overview, and I want these to be cards, energies from spirit, and not just me pulling out the cards, right? Because that's like my energy, I believe. So let's see. 2020, we have the 10 of Wands, the Queen of Cups, and the Sun. Wow, very nice, very nice. Okay, all right, let's see what 2021 is bringing to us. Justice. There will be justice. Cancer. Oh, what is that? 10 of Wands. What is this? 5 of Wands. Okay, so we have the Justice. There will be justice, my friends. We have the 5. We have 2 5s. I'm going to draw one more. This is a year of change. This is a year of big changes for you. And let's get you one more. Ah, I see the story is so beautiful. Yeah, I saw that. The Emperor. Ooh, I like it. Woo. Okay, in the future. Okay, I usually don't take reversals, but I will take this the way it came, because my deck is always upright. But if it somehow come out that way, we'll take it. This is the advice from Spirit. Beautiful. One more, please. And the links to the decks will be in the description box in case you're interested. This is like one of my favorite decks, the Ostara Tarot. The artwork is just amazing. Sometimes a little hard to see on camera, so I'll bring them up. So I'm going to take the top one that flipped. Not so many cards, although they're really beautiful. Oh, let's take them. Whatever. Your reading might be a little longer. That's fine. Okay, so Cancer, 2020. What we have here is may have started out to be a year with the 10 of Wands here, right here. A year where you may have felt a lot of burdens in terms of responsibility. This is having a lot on your back and then, trying to like really just holding on to yourself. You see how there are 2 hands over the whale and the whale is really overwhelmed. And this is literally like you having to rely on you and you only. This may have been a heavy year for you. So, but the good thing is you finally were able to, or if you're watching this in December, do make the active, again, it's your willpower. It's your decision, your free will, not willpower, your free will in life to make those changes. But again, strongly recommending in terms of lessons, drop those burdens. It is time to move past that energy because, once you follow your heart, with the Queen of Cups is really creating from your heart chakra, understanding what is really important in life, that brings you joy, that brings you fulfillment, that brings your soul that level of satisfaction of being here on earth at this time. Like, why did you incarnate as a human being? Following that, and when you do, everything comes to light. So towards the end of the year, there probably have been some aspects of your life that have come to light, or you've learned something in terms of how you handle situations or life in general. There may have been in the past where you would have been too giving of yourself with these 2 cards that clearly show me where in the past you may have thought, you may have put success or fulfillment as, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm not going to let this go. The measure of success was the appreciation from others for some of you, for a lot of you actually. And that led you into just taking more and more and more and more on because you thought if you did more and you gave more, you will finally be accepted. Now, what the truth has come out is like, that just becomes a pattern and people won't value you until you do. So this is where you have grown your wings, okay? And if you haven't, I highly recommend self-care and following your true north, shining your own light, coming into power and understanding there is only so much you can give. You got to give to yourself, and you can't give to others from an empty cup or from a cup that's completely running dry because you're overburdened. So that's 2020. There's something you realize there. And if you haven't, this is again a time to take that lesson. That what did that get me? What did all that burden, what did all that overworking, all overcommitting bring me? Did that bring me joy or not? That's a heavy question to come into 2021, because things will work out. If you look at 2021, the energy here is starting off with the justice, and this is like the whole. This is like fewer cards, but this is the whole energy for the whole year. Things are going to balance out. It is finally time where things are going to balance out, and you see how she's actually holding. There's actually a heart and a feather, and make sure your heart feels lighter. Make sure you're not bogged down by structures that don't resonate with you. That's very important. But this year overall is going to bring a lot of balance. It's going to bring a lot of karmic justice. People who haven't done you well or haven't been fair to you will get their karma. Whether or not you get to see it, that's not what you should be aiming for. You should be just aiming for, if you've kept your karmic circle positive, have faith, things are going to work out. That's the big message here. And at the foundation, you do have the Emperor. Look at how beautiful this Emperor is. He's not like the Rider-Waite, where the Emperor is usually very grumpy and like really an angry personality. This is an Emperor who has a lot of wisdom. I think the tattoos or the signage on his body really represents his experience in different things. Almost like it's reminding me of tattoos on Maui, if you've seen the movie Maui, on not Maui, Moana, on how the demigod Maui gets a tattoo every time he conquers something. This is the things you have conquered in the past. So you're coming into a power. You have a lot of wisdom over the years that you've gathered, and now looking over to what next do I want to create. So 2021 is going to bring you opportunities to create what you want, using the wisdom that you've had in the past, but then making sure you follow your north, and then be true to that. You will hit some points where you're going to feel a little disappointed. You're going to feel there's too much competition around you. Again, the recommendation or the advice from spirit, as we see over here, is always like, those are very small moments. The fives appear. Look into 555 as a angel number, or 555 meaning, and it'll tell you that it's a profound change. Fives start, you may see 555 on the clock, or something like that, or on a bill, or on a license plate, anywhere. They start showing up when there is a lot of change that's going to come our way. So be open to change. Be in your power. You know that you are the emperor of your life. Don't let those smaller changes kind of uproot you, or kind of like shake you up a bit. Not at all. These are very small. They're fives. Fives are much smaller numbers in tarot. And the advice from spirit is, stop actually holding yourself back. Stop feeling that we have the Eight of Swords. This is the one that came out in reverse. This is actually very positive here when it comes in the reverse, because in the upright, it shows that our eyes are closed off, we are over analyzing, we are exaggerating how trapped we are, but in fact, things are under our control. All we got to do is like open our eyes. So this is very good when it shows up in the reverse, because it tells us that things are in your control, whether you see it or not. Things are in your control. You have the Chariot. You will master your light and your shadow attributes. You will master head over heart. You will balance those out, and you're absolutely going to charge ahead this year. There are new opportunities. This is beautiful. Look at these three came together, and I wanted to take them. You have the Ace of Pentacles, you have the Ten of Cups, and then you have the Page of Cups. So again, big focus on the heart chakra for you. So just make sure that you do feel, whatever you do it from your heart center, okay? From your authentic self, and then you can plant those seeds. So those are going to bloom. Like this is a planted bloom, but then because when you operate from your heart, you also get a lot of organic growth. This is called, like, just if you see the wildflowers out there. All right, so let's get you a card from what is it called? divine doors, like what divine door is opening up for you this year, 2021. Let's go one more time. All right, so this came out for another sign. This is so interesting. So here, I'll let you take a look at it. Look at the beautiful door. It's like an antique wood door within a stone archway. And it says palmistry, fortune and tarot. You're here. Fortune and tarot, collective destiny. The palm lines from birth tell your sacred palmistry. So this again talks about this being a year where intuition is going to be very important for you. As I said, like follow your true north, balance your, they have two balance cards here in charge ahead, but coming into your own power is very important. You may find interest in the esoteric and occult and palmistry, tarot, astrology, any of that. You may find that you're trying to learn more about them or watch more videos, subscribe to my channel, hint, hint. But this is again a year where you're going to open up. You're going to open up to these new age, not new age. I don't want to say new age. It's just a new perspective on these things that have existed for thousands of years. You may find yourself reading up on that. You may find yourself learning about meditation techniques, about like Dr. Joe Dispenza. I was just telling Pisces about that. Again, what does he say? He says, neurons that fire together wire together. So how do you change your thinking pattern, and that affects your life and how you can manifest better? Abraham Hicks, following those type of things. So this is a year where you may be open to more of the occult and the esoteric in order to grow and expand. All right. So, and again, like be able to tap into these opportunities that'll come your way this year. So let's get you to personality archetypes that you need to tap into this year within yourself. What are the two types of personality traits that Spirit wants you to tap into in order to make this a beautiful, abundant year for you and fulfilling? Okay, one more. And each has a light and a shadow aspect. So we want to focus on the light and not focus on the shadow, or catch ourselves when we are in the shadow. So, look at the colors. It's beautiful. So you have the storyteller, where the light attribute is ability to experience and express life through stories and symbols. And the shadow attribute is making up tales that harm others. So interesting time. I was telling the air signs, we are coming into the age of Aquarius, which kicks off a 200-year cycle. Aquarius is, again, air. So I'm probably going too much into this, but I guess you have the divine door of palmistry, so you probably will be interested in hearing this part. Try to read up on what does the age of Aquarius mean. What does it mean to have Saturn and Jupiter in Aquarius? And essentially, it's about communication. So it's interesting that you got the storyteller card come out, and that's why I'm telling you this piece is. This is going to be a time where there's going to be an emphasis on community, connecting with community. So, but also very larger communities. There's going to be an emphasis on airwaves, on technology. So social media, Zoom type channels will pick up a lot. So when you're showing up as a storyteller, you may actually participate, or your career or your passion may be in that type of area. You might be a YouTuber in 2021, but that's strongly coming through. Those energies are going to be there for you to tap into. The shadow attribute is like, just don't make up stuff, right? I don't think any of you do, because this is a very high vibration audience that I tap into. And the other one is a child magical, and the light attributes are seeing the potential for sacred beauty in all things. The belief that everything is possible. So believe in the magic. You've got the palmistry, you've got the storyteller, you've got the magical child, you've got the emperor, you've got the Eight of Swords in reverse, and Chariot, and Ace of Pentacles, and Ten of Cups. Beautiful cards talking all about magic. So Spirit is really asking you to have that childlike outlook, and really focus on everything is possible. And that's why I was talking about Abraham Hicks, Eckhart Tolle, Dr. Joe Dispenza. Listen to them, follow astrology, do all those things. And the shadow attributes, what you don't want to do is pessimism, depression, and disbelief in miracles, believing that energy and actions are not required for growth. So again, we don't want to tap into those side of the attributes, but really don't want to be in the positive. So there you have it. Tell me how it feels. Tell me if this resonates. Please put it in the comments below. Hashtag claim it if you want to claim this. And then I would say throughout the year, come back and look at these true attribute cards that talk about what aspects of your personality you want to keep tapping into in order to make this an amazing year for you. All right. Okay, thank you so much, Cancer. I will see you next time around and wish you the very best and a happy new year again. All right, so now we're going to move into the sign of Scorpio. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Wish you a very happy new year, even if you're watching this in December. I'm recording this a little early. If you missed the intro, we are using different tarot decks for each sign, so we avoid duplicate cards. And then I'm only doing jumper cards because this is a much larger time frame. It's much bigger themes that we're looking into. And I believe then that's Spirit's energy tapping into the Scorpio collective versus me drawing the cards, which is like more my energy. So you may feel free to skip through till I get all the cards out. Let's get 3 cards for 2020 and the lessons we've learned and what are we leaving behind. So 3 cards, please, Spirit. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for stopping by and giving me the chance to read for you. It means a lot to me. If you are new, please do subscribe, like, share, comment. Oh, let's move into the zoom in. I'm sorry. I'm doing this for every sign now. This is the age of Aquarius. It's going to be the age of technology. We all got to learn new skills. So sorry, I was saying if you're new, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, comment below how this resonates. I love reading those comments. Means a lot. Okay, so let's see. 2021. Very good. I see a storyline here. 3 cards for 2021, Spirit. Let's see what we have. We have the Page of Wands and the 6 of Cups. I'm actually going to count them as one because they came out together. So let's get you 2 more. And 1 more. Page of Cups. Very nice. And the Lovers. And what else did we get here? And the 4 of Cups. Okay. You're getting a lot of cards. Let's see. I'm going to take them how they come out. Okay. And let's get you 3 cards on advice from Spirit. Okay. Two more, please. It's funny how it came up with the 4 of Cups because I was just thinking through the story. I'm an intuitive reader, by the way, guys, so I channel messages and I don't read cards just on the face value. I'm going to take these 2 together and I want 1 more. Oh, look at the 9s here at the table. I like that. We have 3, 6, 3 9s, 2 9s. 1 more, please. So I see in 2020, you have the 9 of Cups, the 5 of Wands, and the Ace of Wands. You probably, either some of you have had a lucky break. I know the last Scorpio reading that I just did for December, literally the title says, it left me floored. Like I was completely floored by the amount of energies coming through in December. Why is some of my cards upside down? Okay. So some of you have had a lucky streak in 2020, which is, I know, can be a little hard, but definitely I see the 9 of Cups here. Either that's been a realization of what is important to you and enjoying the real moments that matter to you in life. That's been an important realization for some of you. There may have been competition, or it may have been felt like you always had to fight, fight, fight. for whatever it is, if it's at work, a job situation, or a, business, finance, or, like, even in a relationship, there may have been external influences in it. But at the end of the day, there is some sort of satisfaction, and you do have some sort of awakening here that is kind of finding that passion, finding that light that makes you happy at the end of the day. So you've done something, some reflection has happened in 2020. I think the main lesson, like moving forward, is like, don't fret the competition. You always have a leg up. Just focus on yourself. Because in 2021, what we see here is we have fresh beginnings. Actually, there's quite a bit of fresh beginnings, and there's some nostalgia here. So if you look at this, you have the Six of Cups and the Page of Wands. Is really like thinking through the good times, thinking through the connections that we have in life, people, and pets, actually family, thinking through the old times, or actually reconnecting. So there's going to be a lot of connections this year. I see it with the Six of Cups, even with the Four of Cups and the Lovers here. There is going to be a time, again, hopefully things open up and it's a whole different year for all of us. But for you specifically, Scorpio, there's a lot of water energy, which is good. You will be connecting with a lot of people. There will be some new inspirations for you. Again, the Ace of Wands is the idea that you may have had, the epiphany. You're actually taking steps towards making that happen this year, both with the Page of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. This really tells us there's those new beginnings, there's fresh energy, there's learnings, there's getting into new adventures this year for you, definitely. For some of you, this could also mean a blended family. Pages are often also referred to as kids. So either you'll be having children, or you'll be coming into union with another partner who has children, or vice versa, however that may be. But there's like a very childlike energy, which is good. It's fresh new beginnings for you this year. And we do have the Lovers here as well, which does go with this story. For those of you who are planning a family, or you're blending your families, the Lovers card shows up as a very strong indicator of building that partnership. For others, this is probably a decision between two options. The Lover's card is often the card of decision, having to choose one path over another, so that requires a lot of contemplation. But I think in generally, I'm seeing a lot of people and connection. So there is a clear possibility of a love relationship happening. And as I'm looking at the advice cards as well, there may be moments for you where you may be like, oh, what I'm getting is just not good enough. And the advice there is like, just be open. There is divine timing. Things are going to come in the right time to you, but there's a lot of opportunity opening up for you this year. So try not to be in that state of feeling that the right opportunity, like there is opportunities coming your way. You see how this hand is holding this fourth cup. She's kind of bored of the other three that she's conquered and she's achieved. So things will come to you in the right amount of time. They are coming, regardless of looking at all the fresh energies we have in 2021. Now, the advice from Spirit is, again, take the lessons and not the experience with you. With the Three of Swords coming up, you're so strong. Whatever you've gone through in last year, whatever this competition and the situation was, you have overcome that, and your heart has healed. The scar tissue is always, if you get scratched anywhere, and the scar tissue is always stronger than the surrounding skin. There's a reason it toughens up, right? So it's like you have already developed that tough skin on the past experiences. Just move forward with courage and strength, and let those just be in the form of lessons, and not let that hold you back. Because look at this, you have the Nine of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands and the Emperor. These are very, very powerful cards, right? This is you coming into your power, creating with a lot of passion and happiness. Look at how happy she is. These are not gender specific. With the Nine of Pentacles, again, is a card of prosperity. It's a card of happiness, fulfillment. And then Emperor is coming into your power completely. So again, Spirit advice here is do not stay behind in the pain, especially with the Six of Cups. There may be times where you may have a little bit of nostalgia, so don't go in that energy. Follow your passions, follow your truth, follow the fresh stars, follow the love that's coming your way, and you're going to really feel like you own your life. Okay, and that's how you should feel anyway. But that's what Spirit is saying right now through these cards. Okay, so let's get you a divine door What divine door is opening up for you? Beautiful Scorpios. You probably got two. I will take them both. So one is, this came out for another sign. I can't remember. Um, there we go. So this is the first one, which is the bright blue door with the star on it. It kind of reminds me of the star card, and also like with tarot, the esoteric. And this says the art of life. There's no sacred light in the aura of an invisible life. Be bold in your skin and let your love dance inside. I botched that up. I'll say it again. There's no sacred light in the aura of an invisible light. So there's no point in just existing, is what it says. Be bold in your skin. Let your love dance inside. So yeah, there's a page dancing right here. She's also dancing right here. Then the queen is dancing and the nine of pentacles is dancing. So maybe some of you, if you used to dance before, you stopped doing it, you need to get back into it. It's just a quick hit I got right there. But overall, this is really telling you to be bold, be authentic, be you. Don't have to follow anybody else's definition of what is cool or what is good for you. Now, we also have this card right here, which says patience. And it says, everything soon will come to light, and then you will see things will be all right. Oh my God, patience, have patience. You have the Four of Cups, which is a little bit of a card of boredom. So again, Spirit is saying, have patience. Everything soon will come to light, and then you will see things will be all right. So this is a year of patience. Have faith. Things are moving. There is divine timing. Things are going to turn out just fine. So Scorpio, hashtag claim it. Put in the comment section below. Tell me how this resonates. Before you go, let me get you two archetype cards. These are the personality traits that Spirit wants you to tap into this year. Okay, so you may want to look back to it throughout the year and, just refresh and jog your memory. And whenever you feel a little bit out of alignment, these should usually help. So we got the same card we got for Cancer. So let's leave that first. And I'll have to repeat the message again. But anyway, you have the storyteller where, look, each of these have a light and a shadow attribute. So we want to follow the light and we don't want to follow the shadow, or we want to look out for whenever we find ourselves in the shadow attribute that we stop doing that. So the storyteller says the light attribute is ability to experience and express life through stories and symbols. And this is the message I was sharing with Cancer too, is we are in the age of Aquarius, which is the age of communications, telecommunications. It's the age of community, building community. So you may find yourself in participating in online groups, maybe some Zoom groups, some, whatever, social media communities, but that's going to be a big theme for the next decades to come. So you naturally have that ability. So if you get the chance, do step into that storyteller mode. It could be you could be a teacher, it could be an artist that you teach others how to draw something or how to make something, sculpt something. Any of those are generally storytelling talks about sharing what you have with others. And the shadow attribute is making up tales that harm others. So we obviously don't want to make up stuff. And then the other one you have is femme fatale. So light attributes are highlights the exotic energy of the feminine, opens your heart when your dependency is rejected. So very nice. Again, you have a lot of cups card. So this is very similar to having your heart center really open, and the shadow sides are inappropriate use of sensuality, attachment to money and power. So these are not gender specific. These are, again, archetypes. We all have these qualities within us. So it's, again, saying that, but especially with this card right here that talks about being bold and dancing in your color, coming up with the femme fatale is like, this is not a time to close yourself up. Be authentically you, even if that some may see that as too bold. It doesn't matter. Okay, you be you. You do you, boo. That's what this is. So I hope this helps. This is a much wider overlook for the year. I will be doing monthlies as usual, but if you see this before the holidays, I wish you very happy holidays. For next year, I wish you a very happy new year. Remember to subscribe, like, share, comment, whatever works for you. And I wish you much love and light. Take care. I'll see you next time around. Bye.